Jim Simons is one of the best, or if not the best, algorithmic trader ever in humankind existence. He ran up a net worth of $31 billion, all off of automated trading. And GoShock posted a couple of good clips here that I want to watch to start off today, and then show you how to build out one of his strategies. It's an RRS strategy from Jim Simons. Let's go ahead and first start with this because this is very insightful and a lot of people are trading entirely different than this. So this is his only rule that he follows. He always follows no matter what. This is Jim Simons.
The only rule is we never override the computer. No one ever comes in any day and says, the computer wants to do this, that's crazy, we shouldn't do it. You don't do it.
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
Because you can't simulate that. You can't study the past and wonder whether the boss was going to come in and change his mind about something. So you just stick with it, and it's worked.
So he had like an annual return of 60% for like 30 years. Anyways, he ran up a net worth of 31 billion. And he says essentially the number one rule is to never go against the system because you can't simulate the past. Meaning he used to backtest strategies to see if they worked in the past. And you can simulate that. You can see if they worked in the past, yes or no. If they did work in the past, okay, they're much more likely to work in the future. But they're definitely not going to work if you change up things. If you go ahead and say, hey, the system's taking a long here and I don't think it should take a long. Or if it's taking a short here, I don't think it should take a short. If you override the system, it's not actually the system that you tested in the past. Very similar to my RBI system I follow. This is free on moondev.com. It's the whole roadmap for algo trading. The process of automating your trading starts with the research of trading strategies, then backtest those strategies, see if they actually worked in the past. If they do, they're not guaranteed to work in the future, but they're much more likely than something that didn't work in the past, right? That makes sense. So that's the RBI system, research, backtest. And that's why Jim Simons says you must never override your system.
The only rule is we never override the computer. No one ever comes in any day and says, the computer wants to do this, that's crazy, we shouldn't do it. You don't do it because you can't simulate that. You can't study the past and wonder whether the boss was going to come in and change his mind about something. So you just stick with it, and it's worked.
It's worked very well. Worked very well for him. Again, 31B, dude. So if you had a choice of trading by hand and not really being able to control if you're trading based off the boss's system or the boss's emotions, you come in and you decide to go long or short. That's a whole different way of trading than if you look at data from the past and you run strategies across that data to see if they worked in the past, which is actually called backtesting. If you want to Google it a little bit more, you can see if strategies worked in the past. If they worked in the past, they're much more likely to work in the future. So if you do that for a long period of time, a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, and you never override the system, you will only trade systems that that at least work in the past. So it's going to get a lot of trash out of there.